y'all, welcome back to Shine Galore, where we design in faith and more, and thank you for tuning to another video. I know it's been a while, y'all. I'm gonna try to do videos once per week, maybe, I'm not sure. But today is very exciting. We will be learning how to make editable retro text in Photoshop. Yes, you can do this in Illustrator and it's probably better, but I find Photoshop a little bit more user-friendly in my opinion. So that's besides the point. I pray that you all are having a great day. So if you want to continue to see this content, please like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into the tutorial. First, you're going to open up Photoshop, of course. You're going to create a new file. We are going to use 1920 by 1080 pixels. And this is the preset. We can rename this retro text for reference. It's entirely up to you. And then we are going to change the background contents to white instead. This is a little different for me. I usually don't use a white background, but we're going to use it today, okay? Press create. Okay, now we have the canvas. So we're going to grab our text tool. We're going to type out retro, of course, because why not? And I'm using the font is an Adobe font called Ducky. And it's free with your subscription. If that's something that you would like, I will link it in the description below. To make sure the text is in the middle of the canvas, we're going to press this and this. And now it's centered. Now we're going to either change the font color to a different color. I'm just gonna leave it as black for now because it's a great contrast off the white, but we can always change that later. Now to make sure this is an editable text, we're gonna leave it like so because potentially you can change it to a smart object. But if you change it to a smart object, there's an extra step that you have to take in order to edit it. So I'm going to leave it as a text. So double click on retro. And then we are going to be using drop shadows like crazy. And if you would like, we can use stroke as well. But we are going to be using drop shadows. We're going to start off with the first drop shadow, which is, I'll toggle that on. So you see it's an orangey color. Now, click on the drop shadow so it's highlighted, right? You can always change these colors if you would like. These are the settings that I have for the first layer, okay? Pause if you need to. Second drop shadow below the first one. These are the settings that I have, so pause if you need to. Now this is the third drop shadow and these are the settings. Pause. And then now we have the fourth shadow. And that's truly it. You can do as many drop shadows as you want, and you can make them a bit more even. I did not, but we can change that right now. So we're gonna go back to the first one. See, the distance I have is 29. So to make this a slightly smaller, we can just always change it like so. So we're gonna do 30. 30 should be a good size. So we're going to go to the next drop shadow and you see that it's 55. So it looks like every 20 pixels, it expands. So we can do 50. So it can be more even. And then we're gonna do the next one and you see it's 65. So we might as well do 70. Now, press OK. And if you double click on the text, you can say, hello. Look at how cute that is. Like you can do anything. You can put your name, which my name is Sierra. So look how cute that is. And I'm also gonna show you one more thing before you go. We can also use a gradient map on top of this. So create a new field, go to gradient maps, and you see you can change the color without changing the colors. So I'm going to be using the presets that I created and look at the different ways you can make your text look. I find it so cute. Now, if you want textures on top of this, just simply go to File, Place Embedded, and I have these. I can also link this in the description below. You can put a whole bunch of different textures on top of this. Another way you can do this is put the gradient map on top. That's pretty cute. So honestly, all I did was put a gradient map and then I put a texture under it. The blending mode that I used was different, and the gradient map that I used was a preset that I created. It is linked in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Have a blessed one, y'all. Peace.